Hey, Nick, thank you for hopping on call with me. For those of you who don't know, this is Nick. He is a real estate agent in Miami area, and I believe we started working on 14th of December, about 44 days ago.
Right about mid-December.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and Nick basically introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, so again, my name is Nick Anasilla, realtor down here in Miami, hot market and everything like that. I think, like I said, I found you mid-December and we started since then with the leads.
Yeah, so now Nick is a busy person, and I'm sure like all the realtors, they are like, busy. And so I just want to get into it right away. And I would like to ask, like, what was your research process when you were searching, like who to work with, who's a legit person, or as well as like, who you want to work with, what's going on? What was your research process?
Right. So before going on board with you, I attempted the ads myself. I think my lead cost was, pretty high, $25 a lead, and I wasn't getting the leads that since joining with you. I think I was getting a few at a time, a few at a month, maybe. I don't recall. But since joining up with you, I think since mid-December, right now we have about 250 leads, maybe 220, 250.
Yeah,
Lead cost is definitely under $200 and I think 20 cents,
yeah,
maybe 213 or something at this point. And with the follow-up systems in place, definitely speaking to a lot more people, having a lot of good quality conversations. Obviously, with the 250 leads, not everyone is gonna, work. Some put in the wrong numbers and blah blah. So on and so forth. But actively, I would say I'm close to a contract with at least 2 to 3 people, and actively sending homes to 10 to 12 people.
mhm,
Whereas before, I wasn't getting that type of results. And down here, where my market is, the average home price is around 400,000. So, commission rate from there, is pretty good for the leads that are coming in.
yeah. And when are you basically hoping to close deals with them, and what's your potential gross commission looks like?
Yeah, so hopefully, like I said, I've been showing homes to actively to two to three people within the last week or so. It took some time to get them on the phone and then actively engage them. But once they start responding through the text and the emails, you can weed out who's actively, you know, looking to buy a home quickly. And then just get them in the loop, and then just take them out and show them properties, and get a property under contract. So
Yeah, yeah. Also, one thing that I want to talk with you, Nick, is about uh, like I think there's a lot of noise in the marketplace about the leads. Like everyone is after leads, but I think, in my opinion, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that I think getting leads is important, but having a system, a follow-up system, a CRM system that can convert those leads into qualified responses is as important as getting leads. What would you say about that?
right, so just getting the leads, I mean, you could try and call them once or twice, but with the follow-up systems, you're hitting them with text, phone call, and email, different parts of the day, different times, just so if someone works, then they can respond later, and vice versa. If they work later, they respond in the morning. So as most recent this morning, I had somebody who texted back. They input their information in a lead source, I guess around midnight, and they said they worked 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. and they texted me at like 5:45 saying, "Can I call you after 10 o'clock this morning?" And I said, "Sure. That works for me.
Yeah.
However you prefer to be contacted." So. Definitely the follow-up system, it definitely helps when you can't, constantly be on the phone and make a phone call.
Yep. No, exactly. That was kind of the reason behind us developing our proven to convert follow-up system. And the reason was because a lot of people basically confuse this thing. Like I got this when I went on to realtor.com and Zillow, and I was doing the research. I signed up with 10 real estate agents. And believe me or not, I got like exactly word by word the same email from all 10 of them.
Mm-hmm.
What would make them different? For me, all of them are kind of the same. So with our follow-up, like what we are doing is through email, we are building up that, authority, their trust, and we are sending text because like people are busy, man. They have life. They're going through, they're going in offices, they're doing business. Like, people have the time always to be going through their emails. But with the text, if you've left there, we've seen like most of the people, they respond to the text once they're done with the work. When they're driving back to home from their office, they just quickly
Right.
glance over, and they're not glancing over emails at that time. They're glancing over their SMS. So then they reply to you. You can, get them to have a conversation with you.
Right. I would say that's very true.
Yeah. And so, Nick, what would you say to someone who's on the fence, who wants to start working with us, who wants to take this up? What would you say to them?
I would just say that the leads. I mean, the ads are high quality. They're definitely producing. You have It's not just posting an ad. You have additional qualifying questions, and to see where their motivation is. And it helps. And like I said, it's not everyone's going to work with you, and it just weeds that. People went for put the wrong information, but they'll just want a list of homes. But then there's others that will actively want to work with you, and that's turned out great so far. So
Okay, that's awesome. One last question, Nick. I've also like I'm working with other brokers as well as agents as well, and one thing I've noticed is when a lot of times when we're running buyer campaigns, sometimes it happens that 20 to 30% of those buyers actually turn out to be sellers as well. Has that happened with you, or any lead talk with you about selling or listing their house with you?
yeah, so the one person that I'm actually working with, their house is already listed. So they're not working with their listing agent to buy them a home. So obviously I didn't get into it with them, but I do ask that question: do you have a home that you want to list?
Okay.
And the other person is currently renting, so obviously they don't have a property to
Yeah.
list. But that's one of the questions I asked to make sure that I can double end on both, work on both the buyer and the listing side.
Okay. Well, that's it from my side, and really, thank you for open house. I know you have like open house coming on 1st of February,
Right.
so good luck for that.
The
And
Super Bowl down here in Miami, so everything's pretty busy down in the area. So
I know. So again, thanks a lot. And uh, if you want to say something at the end, you can, and then that'll be it.
yeah, I mean, definitely, I appreciate the service. I have a lot more quality conversations with leads than I did before, and it was just something I'm looking for. Like I said, I tried the ads myself, and it just didn't generate the type of leads that I needed to grow my business. So,
All right. All right, man. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye bye.
all right, thank you.